Welcome back to another video. So today we had a bit of a situation with Solana. As I'm sure you all know, the network went down for around 5 hours or so. First one in about a year. I think it was just under a year, or along those lines, but that doesn't really matter on the long term scale of it. But just want to do a quick video on the dangers of the leverage trading cryptocurrency in general, because it could have gone so much worse today. The price went down to around 92, just under 93, right? It could have been a lot worse than that. There could have been a huge sell-off, but fortunately Solana is very, very strong, and with this you can see there's a lot of diamond hands, a lot of believers in what's coming with the Solana network. And of course it is very correlated with Bitcoin, as you can see, very correlated to Bitcoin. So whatever happens largely to Bitcoin ultimately will happen to Solana. So if Bitcoin dumps heavily, then Solana will of course follow with that. And the reverse as well. If it goes up, Solana will go up, as well as other cryptos as well. But Solana is very, very tied and correlated to Bitcoin. So I'll just show you my open position right now. Yes, I know, it's $104.30 on Solana. This position was taken a week and a half ago or so. So the 30th of January is when I took that position. And it's fine, I'm happy with this. I don't mind being down. I was making all the profit. I was making nice profits from this rally, right? I was making profits all the way up here, so now I'm just stuck down here, which is fine. For now it's fine. But the point of this video is that I'm only using 5x leverage on this. If I was to use 10x on this, I would have been liquidated. And the reason is the price would have prior to this, my liquidation price would have already been met if it was on a 10x leverage. So this is another reason why I'm using 5x, because it's so dangerous to do anything higher. I mean, 5x is still very, very risky and it's still very dangerous, but you can control the risk in a sense by doing a 5x. I mean, if you're banking on 10x or more all the time, then it's a recipe for disaster, for starters, and you're going to get wrecked. Secondly, you're constantly worried, or constantly looking at your charts or your open positions, and you're constantly looking for justification and reason as to why it will go up. You're constantly looking for news, constantly looking at the charts just for any sort of technical analysis, which is obviously what you want to do. The reason I continued my position to go higher, I knew that there was a massive resistance around here, but I didn't think it would drop as heavily as it did, because Bitcoin of course dumped quite heavily on that day as well. So yeah, it was when actually Bitcoin dumped. So Bitcoin was at 43.6 or 43.7, and then it went down to under 42, and that's where it sort of has been staying, and that's where it sort of stayed, right? And Solana has been not as strong as it has been before. It's still outperforming Bitcoin largely. Not today, of course, and not for the last couple of days, but ultimately the last few months it's been outperforming Bitcoin. But yeah, I think just the emphasis of this video is just like today, days like this where the network goes down, it could have been a lot worse. It could have come down to, Solana could have come down to, in the 80s. It could have easily come down into the 80s. I was actually expecting it to come down into the 80s. I mean, my liquidation price right now is 84.6. So I would have to be down here, right? I would get liquidated here. So you can see the amount of room for error I have here, and how I'm not breaking a sweat, how I'm not constantly looking at the chart. Like if I was to have I'll be honest, if I was to have a 10x leverage, I would be constantly looking at the chart pretty much 24/7. Even when I've got my head on the pillow, I'll still be looking at my phone, checking out the price. God's honest truth, I've done that loads of times when I was doing a bit more higher leverage, and that's just how it is. But yeah, this video is just more of a emphasis on how dangerous it can be when just with a network outage, it could have gone lower. I mean, 93, that just shows the strength in Solana. It just makes me more, it actually makes me so much more bullish on Solana. I know there are so many debates now about, you know, the network outage. Are people turning bearish on Solana because of it? I don't think so. I think it's the opposite. I think the last outage they had, they were down for 2 days, whereas this time they were down for 5 hours. And to the average sort of crypto user, they probably weren't even aware of it, you could say. There were probably, maybe some people were asleep during the outage, you don't know. And then they wake up to the news, but then, you know, the prices barely moved down. Well, a week ago we were down to in the 90s, 93, and now we're stabilizing and going up into the 96. But we are, of course, correlated to Bitcoin, very much so. So wherever Bitcoin goes, like I touched on, Solana's going to go as well. So Bitcoin will continue to go up throughout the year. This position, I don't really mind that I'm stuck in it because I haven't lost yet. It's okay. It's not a big deal to me. And I got another trade open as well. I thought I'd just show you this one because this is a DEX. This is Apex Pro. For those of you who don't know, so yeah, don't go too high leverage on your leverage, guys, because you will ultimately get wrecked. Take it slow. There's no rush to become a millionaire in a week. So take it slow. Do 5x or lower. See those gains slowly come in, and as you compound your profits into the next trade, you will start to see very clearly your profits will increase on each trade, and it's very nice to see that because I started to notice that when these profits were compounding, I was thinking, oh my god, this is going up pretty quick, like the percentage wise. I mean, when you're compounding it back in, so it is nice to see. But don't go too high leverage and be very patient. I've been stuck in this one, like I said, since the 30th of January, so it is what it is, and there's nothing you can do other than wait. I don't really see it coming down to 84, so I'm alright with that completely. Just wait for it to come back up. So yeah, that's sort of my message today with Solana leverage trading in general, actually. So any sort of event that happens in crypto can be devastating to your account, or it can be extremely beneficial towards it if it goes your way. Just thought I'd come on and mention that because I think it needs to be sort of reminded that leverage trading can be very dangerous, and if you play it right, then you're just going to be stuck down here rather than at a complete loss. So yeah, that's that. I hope that sort of helps. If it did in any way, let me know, and I'll see you on the next one.